Hail or ice fell in Barangay Taal, Bocaue, Bulacan on Tuesday afternoon, August 5, 2025. According to Bayan Patroller Iyah Mauricio, at around 3:15 p.m. on Tuesday, August 5, 2025, her son noticed that it seemed like coins were raining down on the roof of their house. When they looked outside, they saw that it was raining hailstones in their area. Bayan Patroller Maricar Bernardo Felizardo said the heavy hailstorm in their area lasted for 5 minutes. He described the hailstones as being the size of pebbles. Resident meteorologist explained, hail or ice falls during a strong thunderstorm. The small ice chunks inside the thunderclouds grow larger and larger as they collide and collide. They fall as hail when they become too heavy. Hail in the Philippines is usually only about the size of a holen because the country is hot. In thunderstorm advisory number 5 issued by Pagasa at exactly 3:32 p.m., Obando, Bocaue, Marilao, Bocaue, Bulacan, Balagtas, Santa Maria, Norzagare, San Jose del Monte and Bulacan experienced intense to torrential rain showers with lightning and strong winds today, August 5th. The Philippine government has failed in coming up with projects that are climate change resilient, according to Senator Loren Legarda. Legarda on Tuesday delivered a privileged speech on the devastating effects of the 3 cyclones that recently battered the Philippines, Crising, Dante, and Among. We have failed. Government has failed its people. We have failed. Legarda replied to Senator Juan Miguel Zubiri's question on what mark she would give to the government's climate change projects. We have tried to enact the laws, but insofar as its implementation and monitoring and oversight is concerned, I think that we failed. We have failed our people. And I would not pin the blame on one person, one institution, one administration. It's been going on for so long, and I think that we must really find the solution, she explained. We have enacted the laws, so we cannot say that we are ignorant in terms of policies. We have all the laws in air, in water, in land, in climate action, in disaster risk reduction. We have the laws. We cannot say that we don't have the funding resources, she added. Legarda said some of the solutions are simple, such as cleaning drainages every day, following hazard maps, and early evacuation. Legarda, a staunch advocate of climate change and environmental awareness, is pushing to mobilize and monitor climate finance, strengthen adaptation and local resilience, drive low-carbon development, demand international accountability. Legarda emphasized that climate change is a development crisis, a public health emergency, and a human rights catastrophe. Among the negative effects of Crising, Dante, and Among, according to Legarda, are the 38 lives lost, more than 8.26 million affected individuals, infrastructure damage amounting to P10.59 billion, and agricultural losses of P2.25 billion. Legarda pointed out that the International Court of Justice released its advisory opinion on the obligations of states in respect to climate change. States have binding obligations under international law to prevent, reduce, and redress the adverse effects of climate change, Legarda noted. In a video shared by Bayan Patroller Jamala Jane Magalan Bilay, we can see 3 separate billboards falling along the North Luzon Expressway, NLEX, in Bocaue, Bulacan, northbound. In the patroller's 3-minute video, heavy rain can be seen as he and his wife drive along the NLEX. The video also shows them passing by fallen billboards and fallen trees on the highway. The patroller said they were on their way to Balagtas, Bulacan to pick up pigs when they passed by fallen billboards and trees on NLEX. In thunderstorm advisory number 5 issued by Pagasa at exactly 3:32 p.m., the towns of Obando, Bocaue, Marilao, Bocaue, Bulacan, Balagtas, Santa Maria, Norzagare, and San Jose del Monte in Bulacan experienced intense to torrential rain showers with lightning and strong winds. Today, August 5th. The Philippines, as a tropical country, rarely experiences hailstorms. According to University of the Philippines climatologist Dr. Eliza Ramos, this phenomenon is highly unusual. A combination of stratospheric cooling, changes in global atmospheric circulation, and the acceleration of Earth's rotation likely played a role in creating these extreme conditions. Scientists call this phenomenon a cold core hailstorm anomaly. Hailstorms formed from a cold core in the upper atmosphere, which typically only occurs at high latitudes. However, in the Philippines, a cold air mass from Siberia, carried by the jet stream across the tropical boundary, met with warm water vapor from the Pacific Ocean, creating ideal conditions for hail formation. Contributing factors: intrusion of extreme cold air from the north, active tropical low pressure in the Pacific, changing distribution of Earth's mass due to melting polar ice, tidal effects of the moon accelerating Earth's rotation. The Philippine president declared a climate emergency in the affected areas and deployed logistical and medical assistance to evacuation centers. The Department of Science and Technology, DOST, is working with NASA and JAXA to monitor atmospheric patterns and the likelihood of similar events in the future. Meanwhile, local communities demonstrated remarkable resilience. Residents worked together to clear ice from roads, distribute hot meals, and open churches and schools as shelters. The hailstorm in the Philippines served as a stark warning to the world that climate change is causing not only warming but also extreme instability. Researchers warn that tropical regions are no longer safe from weather events previously confined to the poles or high latitudes. The World Meteorological Organization, WMO, stated that this tropical hailstorm will be a key case study at the upcoming COP30 climate conference. They called for improved early warning systems and community-based climate adaptation. The hailstorm that struck the Philippines on August 5, 2025, was not simply a weather phenomenon, but a reflection of a changing world. As the tropics freeze and time shifts, humanity faces a new challenge: understanding and surviving in a climate that is no longer predictable.